So in that JDBC, we can discuss what are the concept is there. You can check here. Yeah. So this is the content of the JDBC. So what we have to learn and what we can develop that. What are the concept available in JDBC? So we can discuss today, right? So that JDBC introduction we need to complete today, and what are the driver classes is there, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the driver classes, and some topics is there. So that topics we can discuss, right? So what are the topics is there? So there is a connections is there, statement is there, result set is there, prepared statement is there, result set metadata, database metadata, store image, retrieve image, store file, retrieve file, callable statement, transaction management, batch processing, and row set interface. So this is the concept. So there is a driver manager is there, and connected with that Oracle, connected with that MySQL, right? So today we can discuss about that. So we already completion of that core Java. So what is the purpose of core Java and why we should to learn to that JDBC? So already you had completed few topics into that core Java, right? What are the topics you had completed yesterday? The previous classes. That core Java is that there is a core Java. What are the concept you had completed? You can check here. There is a what at the yeah. So you already completed what history of that Java, principles of that Java, how we can install to that Java, Java programming execution flow, right? So there is a data type concept is there, arrays concept is there, string handling is there, right? And next one is that abstract class, exception handling, multi-threading, right? So that, and there is a collection framework is there. Inside that collection frame, you already completed list interface, set interface, and map interface. So already we completed to the Java. Then why I learned to that? We learned to that JDBC. That question you should be come. So see here. This is that when we are going to completion of that core Java. This is that basics. This is the programming language, right? So that Java is that programming language. If I want to develop it to that web based application, then we should learn to that what advanced Java. So that JDBC is that one of the advanced technology, that is what JDBC. So what we have to do here, we can learn to that JDBC. So you people can check here, guys. Purpose is that JDBC is nothing but if I want to connect with that database, there is a technology is there, that is JDBC, right? So what is the full form of that JDBC? Java Database Connectivity. JDBC stand for Java Database Connectivity. You people can check here, guys. So JDBC Introduction. See, JDBC stand for Java Database Connectivity. JDBC is a Java API to connect and execute that query with the database. It is a part of Java SC. Java SC stand for Java Standard Edition. SC stand for what, guys? Java Standard Edition. JDBC API used to JDBC driver to connect with that database. There are four types of JDBC driver is there, guys. What are the drivers is there? JDBC driver are divided into four types. That is JDBC ODBC bridge driver, native driver, and network protocol driver, and thin driver. So by using this JDBC technology, what we have to do, I will explain to that one of the diagram. You people can check here. So what should I to do? I need to create a, this is the Java application. We already completion of that multiple concept, multiple topic inside that core Java. And there is a word, guys, this is that database. See, in real time scenario also, you already if I want to communicate with that other person, so that I and if I want to connect with you, if I want to talk with you, then I need to require to learn what I need to know that one common language, you and me. So you already learn to that what Hindi, but I'm from to that English, but I'm not able to get into that Hindi, but you are not able to get into that Hindi. Then what we have to require, you people can check here is that Hindi person is there, you can think here this is that Hindi person, right? So this is that Hindi person, and one more person is that English. See here. So this is that English person. So what we have to do, that Hindi person wants to talk with that English person, but that Hindi person don't know English and English person don't know Hindi. How that these two person can communicate? Can tell me, Rahama, how those people can connect, how those people can communicate? Hello. Hello. Okay. So what we have to do? We need to come. If I want to communicate Hindi people to that English, then we require to what, guys? There is a one of the mediator we have to require. From that Hindi person need to don't know English and English person don't know Hindi. Then that there is a two person is there. There is a one of the person required, that is that mediator. See here, guys. This is that mediator. Is that person already know Hindi and English? You people can assume here this the person can know to that Hindi and English. This is that mediator. What we have to call mediator. You people can check is that person can know already Hindi as well as English, right? Yeah. See here, is that person has to know as only Hindi and is that person know only English. But this is that person wants to talk with that English person, but that English person don't know anything about that Hindi. What? How those people are communicate? Can you tell me, Rahama? Hello? Yeah, that Hindi person wants to talk with that English. That English person don't know Hindi, that Hindi person don't know English. How those people can communicate in each and other? Okay. How they communicate? Can you tell me? They can't. They can't. So, but required to talk both. Body languages. Yeah, both require to learn to that Hindi or English, right? But if they don't require, if they're not able to learning to that Hindi or English, at that moment, one more person it will become, that is that mediator, it will become what Hindi person can talk with that English person, that Hindi person can listen, and that Hindi person can translate into that English to that English person, right? Then when that English person can respond to that Hindi person is not able to communicate with that Hindi person directly, that English person can talk with that a mediator, that is that mediator can what English person can spoke, then that Hindi that mediator can translate to that Hindi person. Then this is the person can act as a mediator between two person or not, guys? Tell me, is that mediator can act as a that second person can act as a mediator between Hindi and English. So then at that moment, that Hindi person can talk with that English and English person can talk with that Hindi, because of that, by using to that third person, that is that mediator. So you already come into that programming language. So why we are going to talking about that Hindi in an English? Why we are learning to that JDBC? Where that JDBC? Yeah, that JDBC it will become now. You people can check here, guys. This is that This is that instead of Hindi, I'm going to writing as a word, guys. This is that Java application. You already completion few topics in that Java, right? So this is that Java application, right? So Java application wants to talk with what, guys? This is that database. This is a database, right? So that Java application, it's not able to communicate with that directly. What, guys? This is that database. You people can check here. This is the database. Yeah, this is the database. So how it is going to communicate, if people can check. This is that I'm not able to require, actually I'm going to come to that next. So I'm going to removing to that as a middle. You people can check here, guys. This is that Java application and this is that database. What is this, guys? Database, right? So this is the database. Is that which database? You can take any database, guys. You can take Oracle database, you can take MySQL database, you can take MongoDB database, whatever maybe you can take. So you can assume this is the database. So actually I need to talk with the Java application wants to talk with the database. So the Java application is there different technology. What are the technology? Java. This is the Java application is that using to the Java technology, and database is that other technology. That is what, guys? Database software. This is that other technology. So it is not able to talk with directly because of that Java applications to don't know database languages, and the database software to don't know that Java technologies, right? So how it is going to communicate with each other at that moment? There is a technology is there. That is what, guys? JDBC technology. What is that mediator? It will become, guys. JDBC. This is the JDBC, guys, right? So that by help of that JDBC, we can connect it with that Java application with that database, right? This is that JDBC. Right? This is the JDBC. So when I'm going to talk with that database, at that moment the Java application, first of all it will be talk with the JDBC. Hey JDBC, I want to talk with that database. Please help me. Means that JDBC can act as a mediator between Java application and database. Then what are the requests coming from to that Java application? Then that JDBC can take that and it will be can connect with that reward, guys, database software. This is that database. Then what are the queries we are going to creation inside that Java application? That application can talk with the JDBC driver, and the JDBC can talk with the database, right? So how it is going to talk? So I will explain with that practically, guys. So there is a what, guys? JDBC API is there. We need to install. There is a one of the MySQL connector is there, and JDBC ODBC driver we need to. There is a multiple driver is there. So see, you people can check here, guys, how many types of JDBC drivers is there. You people can check. This is the types of drivers, guys. So inside that JDBC there is a multiple drivers is there, guys. If I want to connect, you people can check, guys. This is that JDBC API. There is a API is there, guys, inside that JDBC. So this is the Java application. This is the Java application wants to talk with the database software. At that moment that Java application it's not able to talk with the directly to that database software. So because of the Java application don't know to the database language, and the databases to don't know to the Java application, Java technology. At that moment what happened? There is a required to that middle level language, that is JDBC technology, guys. This is that JDBC technology. So when I'm going to sending to that request should be go to the JDBC, and JDBC will go to that connect with that database. How it is going to connect it with that database, I will show you to that practically. But we should be discuss about the JDBC drivers, guys. How many types of this JDBC drivers? There are four type of that JDBC driver. That is what, guys? JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver, and native driver, and third one is that network protocol, guys. Network protocol driver, and fourth one what? Tin driver, right? So now tell me, guys, how many types of JDBC drivers is there? How many types of JDBC drivers is there? Rehman? There is a four types of JDBC driver is there. That is JDBC ODBC bridge driver, native driver, network protocol driver, and thin driver. Guys, this is the diagram what I am going to give in. That is that thin driver, guys. It is not a JDBC ODBC. I am not already given to that down, guys. You people can check. There is a I'm going to give in to that all the driver what architecture. How I am going to give in that architecture, you people can check here. So there is a come down. Yeah, this is that JDBC ODBC bridge driver, guys. That JDBC ODBC bridge driver architecture. You people can check here, guys. JDBC ODBC bridge driver. What it is going to saying here? The JDBC ODBC bridge driver uses ODBC driver to connect to that database, right? The database the JDBC ODBC bridge driver convert JDBC method calls into ODBC function calls. This is now discussed because of that thin driver only, because we can take it to the thin driver. You people can check here, guys. This is that Java application. This is the Java application. If I want to communicate, this is the Java application need to communicate with that where, guys, with the database. So what we have to require, there is a how many calls it will be there is there, guys. JDBC ODBC driver is there, and after that that JDBC that Java application can that request that JDBC ODBC bridge driver. After that that JDBC ODBC bridge driver can communicate with that ODBC driver, and after that that ODBC driver can send the request to that what, guys, that vendor database library, right? That vendor database library can talk with that what, guys, database. So how many calls is there, guys? Almost that Java application to that database, almost three things. There is a three calls it will be converted, right? So that what happened, there is a disadvantages is there because of that application calls can converted into that JDBC ODBC bridge driver. After that ODBC driver we need to convert. After that that request should be go to that vendor database library, and that vendor's database library can connect with that what, guys, database. So there is a some advantage is there and disadvantage is there, guys. You people can check here, guys, what are the advantages and disadvantages is there. Before that advantage and disadvantage, first of all, that in real time can we use to that JDBC ODBC bridge driver or not? So you people can check here, guys. I'm already given to that there is a note, right? That Oracle does not support that JDBC ODBC bridge driver from what, guys, Java 8 version onwards. This is that this is the JDBC ODBC bridge driver not able to support it in Java 8, right? Then that Java 8 Oracle recommended that you use to the JDBC driver provided by that vendor of your database. So instead of that JDBC ODBC bridge, right? So what are the advantages is there? If I use the JDBC ODBC bridge driver, there is an advantage. Easy to use. How we can use that means there is a easy to use and can be easily connected to any database. by using JDBC ODBC bridge driver, we can connect with that easy to use to that driver, and we can communicate with that any type of database. Then we can use to the JDBC ODBC driver. But it is that removed from to that where guys in Java 8 onwards, it's not able to supported to the JDBC ODBC bridge driver, right? So there is a disadvantage also is there. Performance degraded because of JDBC method call. See here, JDBC method call is converted into that ODBC function calls. It is going to connect it. This is that converted into that ODBC function calls, right? That ODBC drivers needs to be installed onto that on the client machine also. If we run this application, then we need to install to that what guys ODBC bridge driver inside that where guys inside that client machine. So one more disadvantage is there that ODBC driver needs to install onto that client machine. This is that what guys second disadvantage, right? So what is that next driver? You people can check here guys. What is the next driver? There is a native drivers guys. Second one is that native drivers. So you people are getting or not guys, tell me guys, this is the diagram, understood or not? Hello, this is that JDBC ODBC bridge driver. You are that understanding or not guys? This is the Java application wants to talk with that database, but inside that Java application and database in middle there is a two connection is required guys. That JDBC ODBC bridge driver converted calls into that ODBC driver, and that ODBC driver we need to convert it into that vendor database library, then it will be send that request to the database. There is a multiple calls is there guys. That is the reason there is a some disadvantages is there. Advantage, what is the advantage? When if I want to communicate with the database, then we can easily will connect it. But what are the disadvantage? If I want to connect it with the database, then we can forward send that calls to that multiple drivers. So that is the disadvantage, right? So how we can communicate? There is a second driver. What guys? What is that second driver? You people can check here guys. There is a second driver. What it is going to say? There is a what? Native drivers guys. This is that native driver. The native API driver use that client side library of that database. The driver convert to the JDBC method calls into native method calls of that database API. It is not written in entity in Java guys. You people can check here guys. Come what the previous diagram and that second diagram you can check here guys. That previous diagram how many drivers is there? Two drivers is there. That there is a calls we should be converted JDBC ODBC bridge driver to ODBC driver. But come into that where guys there is a one driver calls is that removed into that native driver guys. What it will be happen? This is the Java application. This is the Java application. The Java application needs to talk with the database. Then that Java application send that request to that in a native API driver. That native API driver send that request to that what guys vendor database. Then that vendor database can send that request to the database. So that one call is that what guys removed here. So that what are the advantage and disadvantage is there? You people can check here guys. We can develop that application by using this driver, but there is we are not able to using inside that where guys in real time scenario, but we can use to that. Then in one more driver is there, that is that thin driver guys. We can develop by using to that thin driver. I will show you practically. Advantage, what are the advantages is there guys? Performance upgraded then JDBC ODBC bridge driver. You people can check here guys. Compare with that previous driver, that JDBC ODBC bridge driver, there is a multiple calls is there. But coming to that native driver, one calls is removed. That is the reason the advantage is what guys? Performance is that upgraded, right? What is the disadvantage here? The native driver needs to be installed on that each client machine, guys. That native driver should be installed into that each client machines, right? There is a drawback is there, guys, right? And one more drawback, what guys, there is the vendor client library needs to be installed on client machine, right? So how we can install to that client machine, and what we have to do, I will let you know, right? Yeah. So what is that next driver is there, guys? Network protocol driver. What is that network protocol driver? You people can check here, guys. That network protocol driver. What we have to do? You people can check here, guys. This is that application. This is the Java application wants to talk with that what, guys? Database, right? So inside that middle there is a network protocol driver is there, and a middleware driver is there, guys. So that Java application sender request to that network protocol driver, that network protocol driver, it can be sent to that middleware driver, and it will be communicate with the database, guys, right? So there is a advantage is there and disadvantage is there, guys. You people can check here, guys. No client side library is required to because of that application server that can perform many tasks like what, guys, auditing that load balancing, logging, etc., right? And this is the advantages, this is the disadvantage. What are the disadvantages there? Network support is required to on a client machine, right? So there is a requires the database specific coding to be done in that middle layer tier, guys, middle tier, right? So what we have to do, there is a thin driver is there, guys. That thin driver we can use to that simplify our what, guys, our database calls. You people can check here. I'm going to using to that thin driver, so that this is that very small what, guys, only one driver came into the picture, middle of that what, guys, Java application as well as database. You people can check here, guys. This is the Java application, this is the Java application wants to talk with the database, right? So inside that middle there is a thin driver came into that picture. That Java application send that request to the thin driver, and the thin driver can send to that request to the database. That is that very simple, guys. Because of we can using to that in real time means that in JDBC concept you are not able to using that remaining driver. We can using to that thin driver, and we can communicate with that database, guys, right? So there is a advantages is there and a disadvantage is there, guys. You people can check here what are the advantages and disadvantages there. You people can check here, guys. So that advantages is that better performance than all the other drivers, and no software is required to client side or server side, guys, right? And disadvantage, drivers depend on the database only, right, guys? Here is the disadvantage, drivers depends on the database only, right? So this is that JDBC driver architectures, guys. This is the four types of JDBC drivers is there. So that all the four drivers we can discuss here that as a theory part. Then we can complete what, guys. We can start to that JDBC application on tomorrow onwards, guys. Because of you people go through this content, and you can what, guys, read that what, guys, they are all the drivers. You should be read these drivers, guys. There is a JDBC ODBC bridge driver, native driver, network protocol driver, and thin driver. So that in JDBC ODBC driver it came into that what, guys, almost one extra one few more extra calls is there, guys. So that is that some drawback is there, and it is not able to support in Oracle in Java 8 onwards, Java version 8 onwards. So you people can go through this and you can read, guys. Tomorrow onwards we can how that JDBC connectivity steps is there, guys. I will let you know tomorrow, class, right? There are 5 steps to connect to that any Java application with the database using JDBC. These steps are as follows. What are those? We need to restart the driver, create that connection, create that statement, execute that query, and close the connection. This is the 5 steps we need to follow if I want to communicate with the database, right? That connection, I will let you know tomorrow, guys, with practically. So you should be go through this content and you can read it. Okay, Rehama, are you there? Hello. Yeah. Okay, guys. We will connect tomorrow. You should install to that. Yesterday I shared that link regarding to the JDBC drivers. Sorry, what is that? MySQL database as well as MySQL database workbench. You should be installed in your machine. Then you will connect with the database by using Java application, right? So I already installed in my machine. You also install in your machine, guys. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We will see tomorrow.